My name's Eoin Greene. I work with the Crotty Group, and I'm delighted to be talking to you today, Irish Wind Farmers Association. I first did a presentation to your association, must be about 7 years ago, as Pat Blunt kindly invited me then to speak, and delighted to take up the opportunity here. Thank you, James, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you guys here today. What I want to go through is just to give a sense of what's going on during the financial close on the insurance side. And I'm just going to step through some of the process that's involved. I'm not going to delve down too much detail into the actual reviews that go on, but just to give you a sense of how the engagement process carries out. We, Crotty, we've been in business 20 years. We're a top 15 broker in Ireland. We have been working on renewable energy projects. I personally, going back to 1996. In the last 12 months, we've done 15 projects for owners and developers, are involved in 15 projects that are going through financial close at the moment. Plus also we've taken on some bank review roles. I think that's good for us when we're providing our advices back to our clients, because we can see what the issues are on the bank side, so that when we're taking a client where we're acting for them as a developer through a financial close process, we've already spotted what the issues are potentially that the bank insurance advisor may bring up. We are doing projects in Ireland, but also in South America and in Africa. We have an international arrangement which allows us to do that. And brilliantly, it gives us great oversight with regard to turbine suppliers and how they actually negotiate on their terms and conditions in the turbine supply agreement. And perhaps we can actually bring that oversight into our Irish clients as well, because we can sometimes push back on some of the points that they have conceded on in other places. So you as the owner need to pick your team. And who do you want on your team is who's going to engage rightly with who the banker's going to pick in their team. And everybody has the same common goal with regard to your project. They want the project financed by the bank. Nobody's has the ambition to stop a project. The project must be built. So in getting about that, the advisors have to take a practical approach with regard to how they deal with matters in their specific areas of expertise, whether that's legal, technical, or insurance. When we're engaging with the bank side, we're trying to sort of discuss matters through offline. We're not trying to have our points debated on the conference calls, because really that's wasting everybody's time. The insurance matters should be relatively straightforward with regard to what goes into the facility agreement. The facility agreement will define the loan, and in the facility agreement will be the insurance. The insurance will be defined for the construction area and the operational area. It'll be for the lifetime of the loan, which will be 15 years, and potentially on the construction side can take on these covers, ranging from marine, construction, liability, professional indemnity, and title. Most of our time in engaging with the legal advisors will be in the whole contract review, from the facility agreement, all the contracts. But particularly we're sort of focusing in on what are the insurance responsibilities, who's doing what in the project, and what's appropriate to be applied there. I put up the geotech report because sometimes that sort of gets lost in the mix of the project's now going to be built. We're only concerned about looking at who's actually doing the build and the supply at that stage. But the geotech report is also of importance, because whether the ground conditions are appropriate to do some piling and what foundations need to go into that, the geotech report is going to be fundamental to that review. So therefore we're looking at who carried that out, and what level of professional indemnity cover do they have, and have they been required to have that for a certain period. And these are the types of sort of things that we want to have for the interest of our client, because if a bank comes along and says that, well, by the way, the turbine supplier people have set their foundation specifications based on the geotech report that you have supplied. Now, that's not right. The geotech report, where's the guy who supplied it, and what's his professional indemnity cover? So we just need to have a look at that. Substations this can be very much the weak point. We have been involved in a claim for one of our clients where the substation was burnt out maliciously. The claim ultimately, 6 million was the total loss. So you can get insurers looking at the substation risk, and they may be applying shorter indemnity periods for the loss of revenue. Usually you want 12 months at least as the minimum, but sometimes they'll only give 6 months in this area. So when you're selecting your insurer, they have to be doing all the things for you in all the different areas. They may increase the excess on the substation for 30 days, 60 days. That's a lot of money that the project is not going to have if there's damage at the substation. So it's just to be aware that different terms by different insurers can be applied to the substation risk. The policy documentation turnaround, in the financial close timeline, all the documentation needs to be correct, and the simple things can trip people up sometimes with regard to construction dates, the right insured parties, and actually having signed, dated insurance documentation before the financial close date. And the warranty we've already talked about. Now, most importantly, because you've just spent a lot of money in taking out an insurance policy, but in the event of something happening, has your broker put up what the claims protocol is going to be? Because that's what you need your insurance policy for. What's it going to do for me when something happens? No break in the constructional and the first year's operational cover. Have that negotiated by your broker. The insurance company cannot sort of skip out of the first year's operational by saying that there's a lost revenue. If something happened on the construction side, we have the option to hop out of the operational side. That's not on. That's not acceptable. Thank you very much, everybody. That's our team here in Ireland for you, ready to talk to you if you need any advice or help or any assistance. Thank you.